Hey guys, this is Joseph down at AveryDevelopers, and welcome to our first scripting tutorial. This scripting tutorial will cover basics of C# and JavaScript. It's going to be a very basic tutorial. This is going to be the only basic tutorial I'm going to do. Other than this, we're going to get into networking and more advanced concepts. So if you're new to the Unity3D Unity scripting / JavaScripting language, or you're pretty new to C#, you might want to freshen up your skills and get to a more advanced level before we begin the harder coding. Okay, so right here I have a basic C# code. I just added some comments and stuff. So when you open up a C# code, this is essentially what you're going to get, this stuff right here. And right here, you need to make sure that this is the name of your file. So my file is called tutorial.js. This needs to be, you need to make sure it also says tutorial right here. So you can just get rid of all this stuff. We don't really need it. We want to type in void on GUI. And what this code is going to do, as it says up here, this code's functionality is to use GUI elements to edit a string of text. But what we're going to do is just display a string of text. So voids are essentially functions in JavaScript. Voids are the functions of C# if you're talking in JavaScripting terms. So a void returns void. It returns nothing. So you can't really use these to return anything. If you wanted to return something, you'd probably do like int, return int or something, and then you can make a function from there. But and then you could call it. But I'm probably not going to get into any of that. So if you want a variable, declaring variables in C# is as easy as typing public, then like the type of variable. So I'm going to be doing a string name, and then like its content. So let's break it down. Public means that it's public, it can be accessed anywhere in the script. String is the type of variable. Notice it's all in lowercase. And then this is the name, my text. Then you put an equal sign, and then in quotation marks, whatever it is. Now in quotation, you do that in quotation marks because this is a string. For other variable types like integers and floats, you wouldn't. And then right here is the semicolon. So GUI commands and elements can only be called in void on GUI or the function on GUI. And the one we're going to be using today is called GUILayout.Label. Now, regular GUIs require rectangles and stuff, and since this is a basic tutorial, I'm not going to be doing regular GUI. This is just going to be GUILayout.Label. And then what label requires is, all it really needs is the variable, a string, my text. So, you put that in, boom, and now an interesting thing about Unity3D is that scripts need to be attached to an object. Nope. They need to be attached to an object to be called, so what you do is you just drag your script and put it either on the object or in the inspector window. This is the inspector window, and since the variable my text is a public variable, it can be edited in the inspector window. So if we want to put like hello world, exclamation point mark, and then you run the code, down here in the game view, you will see hello world display in the top left corner. That's where GUI layout automatically puts it. Congratulations! If this is your first code, you have made the hello world code. That's your first one. Now I'm going to teach you how to do it in JavaScript. So in JavaScript, what you do is you get essentially this and then some program strict thing. You can just get rid of all this. All you want is a function on GUI. And see, now this doesn't tell you what it returns, so where would you put that? If it's going to return something, well, going back to return int, I believe you put it like this. I'm not sure though. So anyways, but that's beside the point. When you're declaring a variable in JavaScript, you type var for var, then the name of it, which I'm going to put my text, then optional, colon, then the type, which is going to be string. Notice how the S is capitalized in JavaScript. That's the difference between C# and JavaScript. Then equals, then again in quotation marks, the value of it. And it doesn't really need to be in square brackets, that's what I'm just doing. And then in on GUI, just the exact same thing. GUILayout.Label. Oh, and spelling is important. Make sure you get the, not spelling. Spelling is important, and so is capitalization. Then in these like parentheses, you put my text. And that is it. You take the JavaScript, attach it again. Well, it's going to be running a compiler thing down there. And then my text. hello world, and I'm going to put JavaScript after it. So if there's a check mark next to it, then the object isn't enabled, so I'm going to turn off the tutorial script in C#. You can tell this is C# because of the little C# thing there, and then there's a little JavaScript thing there. And then the game view, it says hello world JavaScript, because I changed it to that. Now if I have them both running at the same time, there's not going to be any errors or anything. It's just that down here, hello world is going to be a little bolder. Then the exclamation point mark is single, because that's only in the C# one. And then JavaScript is single, because it's not as shaded because there's only one displaying JavaScript. So they just overlap, that's it. And an interesting thing is that if we put another GUILayout.Label, and you can do like this, text 2, and it doesn't even matter if it's C# or JavaScript, all it needs is a string, so it can be a variable string or it can just be any string. The strings are defined in quotation marks. Now GUILayout won't just overlap them if it's in the same script, it'll put it one over the other, like that. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and this is Joseph signing out. Our next tutorial will be basic networking. This is Joseph signing out.